Okay, so let's get started. This is Vinyasa Yoga, and I'm Danny. I'll be guiding your practice today. Okay, perfect. So most important thing is just take care of yourself, honor whatever is going on for you in your body today, and I'll give you lots of options throughout the practice to support yourself. If you do have something like blocks, if you're here in the studio with us, take your 2 blocks and just place them to the right and left edge of the front edge of your mat, just so they're ready to go and we don't have to play with them later on. And throughout the practice, listen to yourself, take care of yourself, give you lots of options if I didn't say that. Okay, so we're going to start out in a standing position. So come out to the front edge of your mat with your feet hip distance apart. Root down into the support of the ground, arms relaxed by the side of your body, and take a few little movements forward, back, little rock with the feet, and then right to left. Gradually stabilize, pause, and root into the support of the earth. Lengthen all the way to the sky here, pressing the top of your head towards the ceiling. And gradually let your eyes relax, partway or completely closed. Take a deep, full breath in. Open mouth, exhale to let it go. Release any tension from your facial muscles. And take a few moments here to arrive into the space, whatever else you've been engaged in today already. Giving yourself permission to allow this to fade into the background as you arrive here and now. As you welcome yourself, however you're showing up, whether your body's more open or more tender, the mind spacious or busy, or anywhere in between of those. Let yourself simply be grounding here. And gradually take on some light with your eyes. On an inhalation, start to deepen your breath through the nose if available, otherwise through the mouth. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands fold down through center. Lower the palms down, open by the side of your hips. Inhale again, circle, sweep the arms. Feel free to gaze up for a little added neck stretch. Exhale, lower, hands through center, arms release. Continue this motion, your own breath, a few cycles. And let it be a full diaphragmatic breath. The air flowing into your lungs. You might feel some expansion through your belly, ribs. Even the back body can inflate with air. And final time at your own speed, no rush. Next time the hands are at heart center, pause them there. Gaze into your palms. You can also take one hand flat onto the heart center, then the other hand there, your choice. And take a moment to create focused direction for your time in practice today. So thinking, what is it that you need most to support you? So it could be as simple as a one-word quality like groundedness or ease, stability, openness, connection, healing, perspective. What's 1 or 2 things that you want to invite in, call in? And to affirm this, as well as each other's company here in the space, and virtually gently bow head to heart. And from there, release your arms by the side of your body. Take on light with your eyes. Inhale, sweep your arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hinge this time, fold all the way to the earth for forward bend. Bend your knees as much as you need for low back support. Inhale to elongate halfway up, spine long from the tailbone to the top of your head. Exhale to fold and round. And continue this motion. Inhale to lengthen part way up. Exhale to fold. A few more times moving at your own rhythm and breath. And final cycle, when you round down towards the earth, pause here. Use your inhalation, little deeper bend in the knees, root down, rise all the way up to standing spine long. Circle the arms to follow. Exhale, hands fold, pausing at the heart. Inhale, palms lift back up to the sky. With exhale, lean over to the right side. Right hand to hip, left arm up and over. Inhale back through center space. Exhale, opposite way. And continue this motion and breath, arcing from side to side. Next cycle, as you arrive to center pause, both arms elongate skyward. Exhale, open wide this time. Lower the hands back behind you. Interlace your fingertips here. Bend the elbows. Create a little openness as you draw the knuckles back. Gaze up to the sky. Lift up and out from your waistline. Little gentle baby back bend. Inhale, breath. And with the exhalation, return. Spine to neutral, arms by the side of your body. Inhale to sweep, arms back up to the sky. With your exhalation, hands to heart center. This time, rotate your ribs to the right. Gentle twist. Inhale, palms lift just a little bit as you exhale, trail over to the opposite side. Move with your breath, gentle rotation side to side. And check in with the mind here. So if your attention is being drawn in lots of different directions, that's totally fine and human and normal. And opportunity to come back to your movement, to your breath. Next time you're attentive, doesn't matter from which side, pause. Inhale, arms, palms rather, lift back up. Exhale, span wide, hinge and fold right into forward bend. Inhale to elongate halfway up. With the exhalation, fold back down to the ground. Grab your blocks here for support. Bring them just a little bit in front of your feet. Inhale again to elongate. With your exhalation, fold forward, gradually step your left foot back behind you, legs, or just a little bit. From here, sink into your front thigh, bend your back knee as well, open through your front body. Just a little cow stretch in the spine. Exhale, straighten through your front leg and back leg, round your whole spine. Continue this motion here. So the tighter your hamstrings are, the higher the blocks go for support. So you can play with a different height option. Just honoring that to really help stabilize and support the low back. Moving with your own rhythm, your own breath here. Next cycle, as you draw forward, pause this time around, front knee in line with the ankle below, back leg buoyant. And create a little elongation from the center of your low back all the way to the top of your head. Take a deep breath in. On exhale, step up to the front edge of your mat, forward fold, feet hip distance or so. Inhale to elongate, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, shift the weight back, root down. Inhale, rise, circle the arms all the way up to the sky. This time, exhale, arc all the way to the right, arc to the side body. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, back up to middle, pause here. With your exhale, hands to heart, bend your knees, shift the weight back, chair pose, inner leg strong. Inhale, open your palms out in front. Can back off the bend of the knees. Exhale, hands to heart, sink a little deeper. Inviting a little pulse. Inhale, open. Exhale, sink. Continue here a few rounds. Final cycle to sink in. With the inhalation, sprout up, legs long, arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, arms wide, hinge and fold, forward bend. Inhale to elongate halfway up. Exhale, fold back down, hands to block step, your right foot back behind you. Returning to this motion from last side, move with your breath. Inhale to sink and open your own degree. Exhale to round. Even as you move here, keep the legs super strong, hugging towards center, acknowledging your own range of movement. There's not one right way to practice here. Opportunity to customize based on what's happening in your body. Final cycle here as you come forward. Next time, pause, knee in line with the ankle. Keep the back legs super buoyant and create length from the hips all the way to the top of your head. Release any tension from the neck. Deep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, step up once again. Front edge of your space, forward fold. Inhale to elongate halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, shift the weight back, root. Inhale, rise, circle the arms all the way up to the sky. This time, interlace your fingertips on top. Exhale, arc right. Inhale through center. Exhale, arc left. Inhale, back through middle. Exhale, hands touch at heart center. Bend your knees, shift back, chair pose. Same movement as before. Back off the bend, palms open. Exhale to sink. Keep the inner legs fired up here, the adductors staying super engaged. One more cycle to sink. With inhale, rise back up through center, arm sweep. Exhale, go wide, hinge and fold forward, bend, move your blocks out of the way if they're there. Inhale to lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold back down to the ground, hands touch. This time, step all the way back, hips high, downward facing dog pose. Fire up through your finger pads, bend your knees for low back rounding. Make any movements here, feel free to pedal out. Bending one knee at a time. A few more rounds here, staying with your breath. And from there, pause through your legs. Keep energized through the arms as if you had a big beach ball that you're hugging here. Inner leg still strong, the hips pressed towards the back of the wall. Head and neck relaxed. Staying with a full diaphragmatic breath. You can always layer on the slight contraction at the back of the throat for the ocean sounding breath, creating even more parasympathetic calm connection. And with your next inhalation, deep breath for the right leg to the sky. Exhale, shift a little forward, knee to nose, shoulders move in line with your wrists. Inhale again, arc back, right leg to sky. Exhale, bend your knee in towards nose. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through in between your hands, legs steady, hips square. Inhale, rise up, torso and arms to the sky. With your exhalation, soften through the upper body, bend your back knee just a tad. Create a little scoop in your tail to tone the low belly, especially if your low back is feeling very curvy. And from there, extend length from the ribs, skyward, crescent lunge pose. Deep connected breath. And with your exhalation, stay strong in the legs, lean forward, 45 degrees, leaning crescent pose. Little core activation. If the arms in front is too much, take the arms back behind. Inhale, deep breath, lift your torso back up to center. With exhalation, hands to heart center, bend your knees, bend your back knee rather. Hover here over the earth for 3, 2, 1. Gradually release your knee down. Inhale, palms lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Plant your left hand down to the ground. Inhale, spiral and twist. Right arm to the sky. Can stay right there, or for more fire, relift your back knee high. One more deep breath. Exhale, lower your hand down to the ground, plant strong. Inhale, kick back, right leg to the sky, three-legged downward dog. With your exhalation, bend your right knee wide towards your right elbow, shift a little forward, pause and sustain for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, leg high to the sky. Exhale, lower your foot down. With the inhalation, shift forward, high plank pose, top of a push-up. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down to the earth. Tops of the feet click down, inner leg strong. Take your thumbs back by the ribs. Inhale, pull forward, then up cobra. Can stay right there for fire, or if this is too intense, pulse out and back into the pose. One more inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Curl your toes under. You have table as an option, or for more sensation, lift your knees with the inner elbows and hands strong. Inhale, lift straight up, reverse plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog pose. Inhale, your left leg straight high to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, coil in, knee to nose. Inhale again, leg high. Exhale, coil in, active core, knee to nose. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step your foot through in between your hands. Steady through your legs. In breath, rise up, ribs, torso, arms, crescent lunge pose. Bend your back knee just a bit to create evenness for neutral low spine. Relax through any tension in your shoulders. Deep breath in. With exhale, lean your torso forward 45 degrees. Elbows can bend, arms out in front, or for less heat, arms by the side of your space. Stabilize into both feet, steady and strong. Inhale to rise, torso back up through center. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Bend your back knee, hover a little bit off the earth for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, knee down. Inhale, palms rise to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Forward bend, right hand plant. And breath open, twist your ribs to the sky. Arm follows. And second here, always option to lift your back knee off of the earth or keep it steady. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your hand down to the ground with the in-breath. Shift back, left leg skyward, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee towards your left elbow. Doesn't have to touch. Pause there to hover. Core stability. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, leg high to the sky. Exhale, lower your foot down. Inhale, float forward, high plank pose. Always option for cobra, or this time feel free to lower, low push up, then thread forward. Legs, glutes, super strong, upward dog. Collarbones broad with the exhale, shift back. Hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a moment in downward dog. Deep full breath. With your exhalation, feel free to look out in front, bend your knees, migrate your way to the front edge of your space, forward fold. Inhale to elongate halfway up. With exhale, bend your knees, shift the weight back right into chair pose, inner leg strong, arms lift to the horizon. To begin, always option to take them higher if the shoulders allow. And for more heat here, heels start to lift off of the earth. It could be a tap dance where the heels lift and then lower, or you can always sustain the heels off of the ground. Your choice. A few more cycles of breath. Inhale. With the exhale, if heels are lifted lower down, inhale, rise up to the sky. Exhale, swan wide, hinge, forward, forward bend. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold back down to the ground. Step back, this time high plank pose, top of a push-up. Move through either the vinyasa flow. Remember, cobra is an option. You can always skip these. Downward dog, the place where we all arrive. And with your inhale, right leg high to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, coil, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, go wide towards your right elbow. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through in between your hands. Inhale, lift up through crescent lunge. With your exhalation this time, lean forward, wrap your arms to your shoulders. Take the inhale, lean back, some more extension in the spine, open. Exhale, lean forward, wrap opposite arm on top. Inhale to open. Little pulsing motion. Final cycle here to open back up behind. Inhale, breath. With your exhalation, return your torso to neutral, relax your arms. In breath, arms lift back up to the sky. With exhalation, bend into your back knee, start to rotate through your ribs, twist to the right. Sometimes the back arm can feel a little wonky here. Feel free to take hand to hip if that feels more supportive. Inhale to rise back up through center. This time with the exhalation, spin your left foot, open your waistline wide, arms to T, warrior two pose. If the back hip is not happy, take your foot out wider, shorten your stance. Inner leg is super strong, so as if you had a ginormous beach ball again. In between the arms, keep the legs active. Deep, full breath. With an exhalation, straighten through your front leg, back hand dips back behind, top arm up and over. Keep breathing, reverse triangle pose, space in the ribs. One more inhale. Exhale, rebend into your front knee, windmill the hands. Step all the way back into high plank pose. This time option to hover your right leg just a bit for a balancing plank pose. Stabilize here for 3. It could also be a tap dance. 2, 1. Foot lowers. Exhale, move through low push up. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. With an inhalation, lean forward, high plank pose. Exhale, take your time, knees can support, come all the way down onto your belly. And from there, take your arms back behind at a 45-degree angle or so, 35, 45, like wings by the side of your space. With the legs super strong, glutes engaged. Inhale to lift, legs, torso, arms can join for locust pose. This can always be in down and then back up motion for less fire. Otherwise, sustain here. A few more cycles. Final inhale. Exhale, lower all the way back down to the earth. Plant your hands. You have your options here, either tabletop or with the knees lifted. Inhale, reverse plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog pose. Inhale to lift, left leg high to the sky, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee towards elbow. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step your left foot through in between your hands. Take your time, steady lower body, in-breath, rise up, crescent. With your exhalation, lean forward, wrap. Inhale to open back, more extension in your spine, steady legs. Move with your breath. Again, check in with the mind here. If your focus is somewhere else, invitation to come back to sensations, to breath. Final cycle here at your own speed when you open. Next time with an inhale, use your exhale, neutralize your spine, hands lower. Inhale, arms rise back up to the sky. Exhale, bend your right knee to your own degree. Start to revolve your ribs. Left hand can always come to back hip. Twist more from your mid and upper back, less with your head and neck. Inhale, rise back up through center. Exhale, spin your back foot. Open your waistline, arms to T. Warrior two pose. Ignite the inner leg muscles. Deep breathing. With an inhale, straighten through your front leg. Exhale, backhand dips, either down or to the hip. Top arm up and over. Create length through your side ribs. Legs still super strong. One more inhale. Exhale, rebend into your front thigh. Windmill the hands all the way to the earth. Step back option to hover left leg for a little balance in plank pose. Stabilize through your finger pads, inner arms, super strong. One more breath. Exhale, lower your foot down, descend all the way down onto your belly. Arms by the side of your space. Again, squeeze the glutes. Active as you inhale and rise. Locust pose here once more. Arms lift, option to interlace the hands for a little variation. Can also extend the arms way out in front for more core fire. Being mindful if you're doing that with a low spine. Stabilize here, one more inhale. Exhale to lower your whole body back down. Plant your hands this time around with your in-breath. Lift up through tabletop position. Align your knees in line with your hips. Stretch your arms out in front. Begin to dip your forehead. If the forehead doesn't easily reach the ground, you can always use your prop here for a little shelf of support. Stay active with the fingertips, hips press back, puppy stretch. 2 rounds of integrative breath here to pause, to receive. Use an inhale to return back through center tabletop position. Fire up through the hands, curl your toes. Inhale, shift back, hips high, head relaxes, downward dog. Deep connected breath here and down dog. Use your exhaling breath, migrate your way to the front edge of your space in a forward fold, taking a moment or two to arrive there. Inhale to lengthen halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, shift the weight back. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, circle the arms. Exhale, pull down, hands, relax all the way by the side of your body. Take your hands to your hips, find a gaze point to help you out with balance here out in front. Root into your right foot. Inhale to float your left knee towards hip height for a balancing crane pose. A little micro bend in the right leg, ensuring the calf and quad, hamstring are fired up on that side. From there, hands can remain or open out to the side, elbows bend. Come back to the intention for your practice. So what's that quality or 2 qualities you called in? One more breath here. With the exhalation, hands come back to your hips. Start to shift forward. Extend your left leg back behind. Slowly place the foot down, sink into your front knee for crescent lunge. Inhale, arms rise to the sky. Exhale, Bend your back knee, twist to the right. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, spin your back foot, open warrior two. This time around, inhale to straighten your front leg, arms lift. Exhale again, sink. Inhale to lift. Exhale to sink. One more cycle here. And breath to lift. Exhale to sink, re-stabilize through warrior two, deep breath in. Exhale, lean forward to your right forearm, land the arm down to your leg, lateral ankle pose, top arm to the sky. Be super mindful if you're collapsing into your right shoulder, create some buoyancy. So for even more oblique fire, the right forearm can even hover or tap dance off of your front thigh. Keep the inner legs awake. Inhale, strong legs, rise back up through center, straighten your front leg. Left hand back behind, again, dip back, reverse triangle pose, one breath, deep inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands all the way down to the earth. Step back once more, balancing plank pose, right leg hovers if that's an option for you, or remember you have the tap dance option. And this time around, a little layering on, fire up through your right fingertips and start to tap dance. Your left hand, if it's available, extend the arm out. If you fall out, no big deal. Let it be playful. One more inhale. Exhale, lower hand and knee down to the earth, other knee follows. Toes either curled or uncurled. Inhale to take your hands to your thighs, rise up, kneeling position. Circle the arms high. Exhale, lower your hands out in front, lean a little back. Core awakening. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean back. Squeeze through your inner legs. Glutes are awake. Inhale to rise through center, pause. Exhale, re-release your hands down to the ground. Curl your toes and breath shift back, downward facing dog. Inhale, breath fully. Exhale, bend your knees, make your way front edge of your space. Forward bend. And breath to elongate halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, shift the weight back, root. Inhale, circle, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands fold through center, hands to hip. Look out for gaze support out in front. Bend into your standing leg, left leg. Inhale, right knee floats, hip height. And honor this side if it feels similar, or you might need a different option here. Feel free to play with arms for a little bit more balance challenge. If you feel pretty steady, you can also play with your gaze. Eyes to center or sky will intensify the balance challenge. One more inhale. With exhale, hands return to your hips. If they're lifted, shift back. Right leg back behind. Take a moment to hover. Slowly release back foot to the earth. Resink into your front leg. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms rise to the sky. Exhale, spin your back foot open wide, warrior two. Move with your breath. Inhale, arms and front leg, and motion here. Exhale to sink. Two more times on your own. With exhale, next time as you sink into your front leg, pause, stabilize, take a breath in. Exhale, lean forward, left forearm onto front thigh, top arm over ear, legs awake. Continue to expand out through your side body, side ribs here. Lateral angle pose, deep breathing. Use inhalation to rise back up through center, front leg straighten, right hand dips back behind, lean back, reverse triangle pose, one breath. Exhale, resync, windmill the hands, step back, hover your left foot for little balancing plank pose. Remember, you can tap dance here. Scoop the tail to tone the low belly, and now option to play. Right fingertips can tap off of the ground, or for more balance, stretch out the fingertips. Deep breath. Exhale, release, hand, foot, both knees lower down, your choice with the toes. Inhale, lift back up through kneeling, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, take the palms out in front, lean back. Inhale to lift. Final cycle here. You can stay in this motion, or next time as you lean back, pause here and sustain. Lots of length from your low back to the top of your head. Pause here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back through center. Exhale, release your hands down. Return puppy stretch. Take a moment here to recoup your breath, if that's your experience. And with an inhale, lift back up through tabletop position. With the knees just a tad behind of your hips, use support to lower all the way down onto the ground. Bend your knees back behind. If it's available, reach your hands to your ankles or feet. Know that you can also practice this with hands down, feet just pressing to the sky if it's not comfortable to connect palms to legs. Little scoop in the tail here, squeeze through your glutes, inner leg strong. Use an in-breath to start to lift. Feet to the sky, front body arcs back in that little bow tension. Gaze out in front, bow pose. One more inhale. Exhale to land back down to the earth, either chin to neutral or palms can come forward for a little pillow of support. Head to one side. Take a moment. Gradually return your head back to center. Option to stay at rest here, or one more final cycle here of the same pose. Hands reach back behind or stay planted. Feet can just fire up in the lift. Inner legs glute strong. Inhale to press up in either version of the pose, expanding through the collarbones, especially if the hands are connecting. Gaze out in front, lengthen your neck. Final deep breath. Exhale to slowly land back down to the earth, head to opposite side, or head stays neutral at center. Take a moment to pause, receive. And gradually from there, return your head back to center. Replant the hands for support. Use a soft inhaling breath, lift yourself back up through tabletop position. Swing your hips to one side, extend your legs out in front. And from there, bend your knees once more. Soles of the feet come together. The heels move in towards the groin as works for you. Hands can start back behind, especially if you're more tight here. This is option one, inhale to lift and lengthen. This might be plenty. If you do need more, you can explore a little lean forward. Third option, hands to the feet. Focus again on the inhale length, and then the exhale, a slight hinge. Finding your own level of sensation here. And breathe into the experience of the posture, down angle pose, creating some release for the inner groin. Use an in-breath to return back up through center space. Feel free to use hands to knees to help lift the knees back to center. Extend your right leg long out in front, especially if your low back rounds here. You can always use an additional prop to lift yourself up just a tad. Left foot either to inside or outside of your front foot. Experiment in your body here. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, wrap with your right elbow, your left knee. Right hand comes back behind. Gently twist towards the left side of your space. Inhale back through center space. With the exhalation, left leg long, right foot either to inside or outside. Activate through the extended legs. The toes are a little bit awake here as you inhale and lengthen. Exhale, wrap left elbow to knee, right hand back behind. Gentle rotation. Remember to move more from your upper spine, the mid and upper back. Let the head and neck, the uppermost part, come in last. And soften any holding through your mouth, your jaw. Use an inhaling breath to lift back up through center. Relax through your hands. Extend your legs out in front. And ensure that if you have a block nearby or something like block, have it towards the back edge of your space, and anything else that you need for the completion of the class within arm's reach. Inhale to lengthen strong core. On your exhale, if your low back is tender, bend your knees, start to recline all the way back onto the ground. Once you're in a supine place, take a breath, lengthen your arms above your head, take a full body elongation here. Toes press forward, fingers press back, open your mouth, your jaw. One more inhale. Exhale, gradually release your arms by the side of your space and grab your block. Rebend your knees, heels about 5 to 6 inches from sitting bones. And with the legs strong, shoulders pressing, inhale to lift your hips and pelvis off of the ground. Slide your block. You get to choose lowest height or second height under your sacrum and land back down for supported bridge posture. You can stay right here, or if you want to amplify the inversion of the pose just a tad, feel free to lift one leg skyward, then the other leg follows. Knees can stay as bent as is needed for your own body here. Staying here just a little bit longer, breath can soften. Opportunity to again check in with the mind. So sometimes in the slower phases of the practice, we become more aware of the internal conversation. See if you can welcome your thoughts without judgment, simply welcoming them fully. One more deep breath. And with the exhale, if your legs are lifted, replant your feet down to the earth. Use a soft inhale to relift your center body. Move the block or prop out of the way. Lower back down to the earth. Take a moment to stabilize. From here, extend your legs long. Make any adjustments that you need for the final resting pose, ensuring your limbs are spacious, at ease. If you have an additional prop to cover your eyes, feel free to utilize that. And take one more final deep, full breath in. Open mouth, exhale to let it go. Allow your whole body to settle down, releasing any tension from the muscles in your feet. Soften holding from your calves and quadriceps. The hamstrings, belly, ribs, letting go. Relax through palms and arms, shoulders and neck. And release any remaining tension through your mouth, jaw, forehead. Give yourself this time to simply be and rest. If the mind is active, always use the belly center or tips of your nostrils as a place to observe the breath, place to come back to. And I'll be back in a few minutes to guide you back out from this pose. And ever so slowly become more aware of your body as you rest here. And with your breath present, right in a few waking motions for your fingers and toes, mouth and jaw. And take any other movements, caress of the shoulders or stretch of the arms, sky or overhead. With your knees rising up to center, roll over to either side in a fetal position. In this place of pause, offer gratitude to your own body for everything that it does to support you throughout your day. And with kindness, find a way to rise up, take a seat with your spinal column elongated and the eyes soft or closed. As you settle in the seated place, either draw the hands to touch in front of heart center, or one hand flat, and the other hand on top of that, acknowledging any shifts that you're aware of through your time of practice. And to affirm yourself for showing up here this afternoon, the qualities you called in, and each other's company. Gently bow your head to your own heart center, celebrating your wisdom, your strengths. Namaste.